I'm Chappers.
And I can't sing.
And we're in Maplewood Studios with Andertons music.
Absolutely.
And a giant cliff face of orange amplifiers.
Look at this in this sort of randomly tumbled down display of orange. There's so much vitamin C in this stack of amplifier here. It's just healthy.
It's tangy in this room.
There's no
A little tang.
what's that disease that sailors used to get?
I don't know.
Vitamin C.
I think it was scurvy.
Scurvy.
You wouldn't
There's
get
no
that
scurvy in this room.
No, not going to get scurvy here. Hit me, buddy. We're very fortunate and lucky and excited to be demonstrating the incredible orange TH100 amplifier. This is an exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first kind of studio proper exclusive. You've probably seen one or two videos of these at exhibitions just shot on a camera microphone.
Damn!
But our friends at Orange very, very kindly have got the first proper TH100 the other day, and this actual amplifier is just about to go to some magazines to be reviewed, but we slipped in there and stole it and sort of said, look, can we just quickly do a video before it goes to review? So they said, yes, of course you can. So yes, this is a world exclusive.
Stealth Anderton.
Speaking, what happens in these videos is that I'm the one that knows lots about the gear and I tell Chappers and you sort of listen. But in this particular instance, Chappers is the one that knows lots about this and I don't.
Well, I know a little bit about it. I don't know a lot about it, but just because I had a brief history with Orange that I really enjoyed. I know that, for example, the clean channel is based on the Rockaverbs, the original Rockaverbs clean channel, which was an awesome vintage non-master kind of channel. The reason that's great is that if you crank up the volume, what you get is it starts to become buttery, and then it kind of breaks up and you get that awesome kind of rich, warm tone, which with a Les Paul, you can push it into an almost sort of gainy type tone.
Cool.
So really, really nice. It is spankingly crystal clear when you've got it sort of anywhere below half mart and it's loud. Super, yes, super loud. You can drop the TH100 to full or half volume. At the back of the amplifier, you can stick it to 4 output valves or 2 output valves, giving you a whole range of different kinds of tone.
That's pretty cool, because I think it's obviously maximum is 100-watt mode, and that's the mode where I think tonally you can hear the biggest, kind of most expansive sort of bass end.
You could drop it to 35 watts.
Is it 30 or 35? Yeah, so I guess that's going down to half power and just 2 output valves.
That's right.
And that's obviously where it's going to sort of crunch up most at lowest volume.
And we really noticed big differences in the kind of gain sounds, the bottom end response and top end response, just response when you change the output valves and the sort of volume settings. So the clean channel is Rockaverb voiced, basically clean channel, really, really nice for the cleans, tons of headroom, awesome channel. Dirt channel is dirty. Dirty. based on the Thunderverb, hence the TH moniker, I suppose. Although there may be another reason for that.
No. Shall I tell you the story about that now?
Tell me the story about that now.
You're absolutely right. This was originally designed to be part of the Thunderverb series. It has no reverb, hence they dropped the verb bit from Thunderverb, sorry, so it became the Thunder 100. And then sadly they were informed by a car hi-fi company that the model names Thunder 30 and Thunder 100 had been trademarked.
Oh, I did not know that.
For some car hi-fi. So it became the TH100. So if you ever hear this referred to as a Thunder 100, it's the same amplifier, just they're not allowed to call it a Thunder 100.
Or Terrahawk, then.
Maybe
Terrorhead or
Terror Kitty Hawk.
So the dirty channel on the TH100 is modelled after the Thunderverb dirt channel, but with more gain. So more gain, and the shape control really is where we're getting it from the Thunderverb. It's the shape, sort of mid-scoop type thing that bottoms out or brings in the bass and treble amounts. There's an awful lot of gain, and there are a few demonstrations I can imagine happening with this, as happened with the TH30, where if you don't crank the volume and just add the gain in, you get that kind of fizzy graininess. You don't need to do that. You can just crank the volume to a reasonable rate, anywhere beyond kind of a quarter on the half setting, and it is no longer fizzy.
It's got an effects loop on the back, which is cool. It's got various speaker outputs so that you can match the correct impedance cabinet up to it. We are using an orange, just a regular open back orange 2x12. But one of the, you may notice that we've got
a Death Star of gear around it.
Meccano set of mic stands down here. And that's because there are two different speakers loaded in here, and that's normal, we haven't changed anything around. So we've got a Celestion G12 75 watt on one side, and we've got a Vintage 30 Celestion on the other side. And they do sound different. The Vintage 30 is a little darker, the G12 is a bit brighter. So we've mic'd them all up, and I believe that what our Epic Soundman Stick is going to try and do is show you sort of patches of, or sections of the audio where it's just one speaker or the other, so you can hear the difference. But the bulk of what you're hearing will be both blended together.
So the TH100 is sort of built upon the platform of the dual terrace power section, the way it's laid out. So you get very similar looking construction to the dual terra, but that's really where the similarities end. You've got an effects loop, which is really, really cool. So the TH100 was bought out as a sort of a replacement for the Rocker 30. There are a bunch of things that some of the Orange fans really wanted to change about the Rocker 30, although it was an awesome Class A amp of doom. They wanted an effects loop and they wanted more functionality in the amplifier. And so the TH100 really answered that question and became the replacement for the Rocker 30. The TH100 is the same thing with more trouser flap, as Aid says, and more headroom.
This is pretty straight up. I think one of the things I quite liked about it actually was it's, you just sit there kind of going, oh, where's my shape button and my, change this mode and that mode and gain 7 and all this. You sort of go, there's none of that.
You don't get option paralysis. No. You do get brutal simplicity, and that always gives you great tones.
So the sexy TH100 currently sells for about £950 from your favourite music store in the world. So if you need to know sort of more detailed technical spec, do go to the website and check it out.
Or go into the brand new Andertons store, which should be finished very soon.
It will be.
Yes.
Already.
You guys take it easy. Chap us out.
See you later.